that people ain't talking about?
What's that?
David Benavidez's trip to Riyadh on
To
February
Riyadh?
22nd.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
for
that's going
sure.
to be a very interesting trip.
For sure. And mainly because when we was talking in private,
Right.
and I hit the live button, so we live.
Yeah.
So when we was talking in private, right? You know what? I want to start off talking about that, man. That's a good. I want to discuss that, right? Because um he wasn't planning to go, right?
Right.
And he said he was going to go on vacation, so on and so forth.
Right.
And then suddenly he's like, you know what? I'll see y'all in Riyadh season. You know what I mean? I'll be front row at the fight. Now, remember the whole buildup to his fight with Morrell, he was like, nah, I'm not going. I'm not going to be able to do it. Have you do
Right.
what? I'm not going to be
Not,
able
not
to
going to be
do
able
it.
to do it.
Not going to be able to do it. Right?
Right.
Then he's like, you know what? I'm going to be there. And Turkey made it a point to say, oh, David Benavidez will be here. You know what I'm saying? Which lets me know that, you know, there's a meeting happening. And then as I told you, I was told that there's going to be a meeting either the 21st or the 20th or the 21st.
Right.
Before the 22nd, obviously.
Right.
And we was discussing this because, and it's funny, right, Clay? Because I said this, I didn't go live yesterday, right?
I don't think so.
No, I didn't go live. So what was that, Monday? So
Must have
one
been
of these
Monday.
days I was saying that, you know, the other fighters have the ability to be and be bigger superstars and surpass him, David Benavidez, because they have more room to grow,
Right.
right? And they have more options as far as namesake goes, right?
Right.
With David Benavidez, after Beterbiev, Bivol, there's no marquee names at cruiserweight or at light heavyweight.
Right.
There's solid names, you know what I'm saying? There's some real solid fights, or some solid fighters that we haven't yet seen blossom that we believe can blossom,
Right.
right? But they haven't done it yet, right? Uh, uh, um, and so those opponents have to turn into something where in the lower weight class, Shakur, Devin, Teo, uh, Ryan, Keyshawn, right? They got options. They got each other, who are superstars.
Right.
Then they got solid fights that are around them that catapults them, and then they catch some fighters on the way out, like Lomachenko.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which is going to put them in a different conversation of superstardom than David Benavidez. Unfortunately, in my opinion, Clay, and then you give your thoughts on this.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to hear your thoughts on this, but I feel like, unfortunately, I don't know how much bigger status-wise David Benavidez can get, because with Canelo Alvarez, he was able to reach this status because he had the
So much
welterweight.
room.
Yeah, he had
Yeah,
the
he
weight.
welterweight, the 154, the 160,
Right,
the 168. He just
right,
was able to, even try
right,
himself at 175 and come back to
and come back
168
to
when 175 didn't work.
right.
Right.
But Dave Benavidez is where he's in a place right now where it's like he's stuck at 68 Canelo version with those level of fighters around him,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? Where Canelo was at 147 at one point. He had the Cotto still coming up in weight. He had the Floyd Mayweather coming up in weight. Shane Mosley, Erison Lara, the Charlos, you know what I'm saying? Andre, although he didn't fight him, it was still enough to push the name, to push the envelope, right?
100%.
Benavidez, let's say he beats Bivol or Beterbiev. Everything else is just solid fighters. They're simply the same level. There's no name that's bigger than Beterbiev or Bivol. Number
No.
one.
No.
And everybody else namesake is pretty much the same level as David Morrell.
Yeah.
Except
He
when
needs
you
a division built around him.
Right.
He needs a budget and a strategy and a game plan that's built around him. The division needs to be built around him. He's a key figure in making 175 great, because once Better Beef and Bivol leave, or once he beats one of them or whatever have you, once they're out of position, 175 is left in the air. There's nobody there. And a mind like Turki Al-Sheikh and how he's approaching it, he's trying to build something, right? And people aren't really acknowledging that, but can the PBC build something around David Benavidez? Do they have obviously the resources, and not only money, but also fights? You know what I mean? The way they've built their model and how reluctant they are to cross promote and make these fights. David Benavidez, how much is he going to benefit? Because I said this to you before, but I remember when Jay-Z first heard his song on the radio, he said he tells the story about when he first heard his song on the radio, and everybody in the room he was in, they were in the studio, went crazy. Yo, we made it. We lit, et cetera, et cetera. And Jay was extra quiet. And everybody was asking Jay, damn, what's the problem? Yo, Playboy, you made it, man. You hear you on the radio. And he said, he told him, yeah, now we got to work. Because if you built yourself up to get on the radio, to finally get to this point, once you get to this point where David Benavidez has gotten to by selling 150 to 160,000 pay-per-views, I don't know how accurate that number is, but this is what rumor has it, that he's done better than people expected him to do. Now he needs to capitalize on that with activity. He needs to follow that up with the right moves, or it'll be a waste of time. It'll just burn out, and it can't be once a year activity. You know what I mean? It has to be something consistent, especially right now. See, if you take advantage of it right now, then maybe in a year or 2 years after building off this momentum, now you can fight once a year, twice a year like Canelo does. You can get your own dates. Canelo's leaving an opening right now. He's doing his Cinco de Mayo thing in Riyadh now. You got that date opening up in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? You got so many different opportunities, but the PBC has to be on the same page as David Benavidez in building this up, and they should have a game plan. And that's what's going to happen when David Benavidez goes over there to Turkey or at Riyadh, right? When he goes there and he sits down at that marble table, you know what I'm saying? Drinking out those solid gold cups. Turkey's going to put out a plan in front of him. He's going to say, look, this is how I see it.
Right.
I'm going to put you in front of this guy first. Once you're done with this guy, then I'm going to put you with this guy. Then when you're with this guy, then I'm going to put you with that guy. And I'm going to pay you X amount of $100 million, $75, $100 million for these 3 fights. And then we'll revisit. He's going to give him a plan. When he comes back to the States, he's going to come back to his handlers and go, yo, could y'all go over the game plan for my career for the next year again? I just want to be clear about what you guys plan on doing, because you guys have your fighters up in the air. When was the last time the PBC put out a schedule for the year? They don't do that. Turkey gonna give it to you. Look what he did with Teofimo. Look what he did with Ryan. Look what he did with Devin. He told him straight up, boom, tournament style, bang, 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 bang. Trust me, when he sat down Canelo Alvarez and he talked to him about that 4-fight deal, he painted that out where Canelo's like, I don't even gotta think about it for the next couple. For the next 4 fights, I don't gotta think. I got my bag coming in. I know what fights I'm gonna be doing. I can stay out the way. And I also know that I'm going to get the top line promotion, the top of the line trailers, the top of the line production. I'm going to get all these things, and I don't got to ask for my money in escrow because it's right there. We're dealing with a country that's super liquid.
Right.
David's going to have to choose to walk away from that once that's presented to him. He's going to have to make that decision and say that guarantee and that game plan, I'm going to walk away from that, and I'm going to take my chances with, we're going to get it done for you, David. We don't trust us 1 fight at a time. When you know the last fight they tried to put for you guys was Jesse Hart. And you had to intercede and make that happen. And I'm hearing rumors in the background about how it was financed and how this event came together that didn't necessarily, you know what I'm saying? They didn't necessarily do it. I heard Samson Leakowitz had to do a lot of running around to make that thing come together. You're not dealing that with Turkey. And the whole idea about performing over here instead of over there, or that can all be worked out, bro. That's not a problem for Turkey or Ring Mag. They'll do something for you in Vegas. They're gonna want you in Riyadh as well. Obviously, they're not stupid. They're gonna take advantage of it, but they'll get you what you need. You're only gonna get bigger with them. So David's about to get confronted with some real big life decisions in the coming weeks, in my opinion, especially once he goes over there. It's gonna be hard to walk away from whatever. Turkey's not gonna make it easy for him to walk away.
Right. As he shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? And it's like what you said, the options. He needs the options. Right? The win, lose, or draw against Terrence Crawford. The possibility of even getting a Canelo fight is
I forgot that as well. Boom. I forgot. And then that part.
Right. He needs that, Clay.
Yeah.
He needs that because Canelo is going to catapult you in a different conversation that you can carry over with quote unquote mediocre opponents. Because your status is so high at this point in time. Now you can compete against what's his name? Batiste. What's his name?
Where? Bawatsi, Caleb Smith?
Bawatsi. What's the other dude's name?
Anthony Yardy.
Everybody want to see Zordo fight.
Jai Obatai.
But right, those guys, right?
Right.
He needs Obatai to blossom into a mega superstar.
Right.
Right? Because who else can do it for him?
Nobody, bro.
Nobody.
They're just gonna have to cross promote. At the end of the day, the best that they can offer him is okay, we'll cross promote, which all that means is they have their hands in your pocket. Let's be honest. Like that's all that means. You don't need their hands in your pocket. And that's the difference between Canelo Alvarez and a lot of these other fighters. You know, I hear great stories about Al Heyman and what he's done for fighters, but and the loyalty that fighters have for him, and I can appreciate that. But the difference between those guys and Canelo is Canelo, you need to be doing something for Canelo. Canelo can't do for himself for him to work with you. He's not with all that. He's not doing all that extra stuff. Why have your hand in the pot if I don't need your hand in the pot?
Exactly.
That's how Canelo looks at it, period. I'm going to go there and make that deal myself. Turkey making that deal with me. I'm going to get that. What you going to do? You want to broker something that I don't need you to broker?
Right.
I don't need you to broker it, bro. This dude is trying to give me the bag.
Right. And there's just not, it's unfortunate for David because he did get the Andre fight and beat him. The Caleb Plant fight and beat him. David Morrell fight and beat him. It's just that he moved to 75 and the names is just not there.
Yeah.
Even if he knocked out Beterbiev or Bivol, their name is just simply not big enough.
Yeah.
To catapult him into being a bigger star than Shakur, Devin, Tank, than their possibilities. The possibilities of them growing into the face of boxing and him growing into the face of boxing is slim. They have a leg up on him, man.
Yeah, they're going to, you know, as much as people try to paint this situation as bad for boxing, no, what was happening before we got into these conversations was bad for boxing. The spirit of competition left the fan taking whatever boxing gave them. And it also left the boxers in a bad position where you had a small handful of boxers who were getting paid a lot of money and incentivized to protect their O's and not fight the best fights out there. What's happening for boxing right now is the best thing for a boxing fan. Aligning your goals in boxing with what a promoter's goals is diabolical, bro. That got to be the biggest trick the devil ever played on you guys, to believe that fattening their pockets, expanding their control and influence is the best thing for you as a fan of boxing.
Right.
No way in the world. And it's not even good for the fighters. Even the fighters are most fighters are gonna speak to the positive side of this happening. The ones that are delusional and caught up on having some ownership on boxing and keeping it American, they know that's just a delusion, bro. Money is money. The dudes who own the money, it's just like racism. The top 3 to 5% that control the world know racism is a big joke and it's fake. You know what I'm saying? We did that just to keep you idiots busy fighting each other while we collect the money. You guys are sitting out there thinking we give a damn one way or another. If you think for one moment Al Heyman give a damn about what you guys give a damn about, you're bugging, bro. It's a whole different menu. Al's over there perfectly open to doing the right kind of business with a Turkey Al Sheikh, somebody who's liquid. That's what he spent most of his career doing, is getting investors, you know what I'm saying, to believe in what he's doing. He may take his time and paint it the right way and negotiate it to make sure it's the biggest deal he can get. But trust me, he ain't thinking about what you guys are thinking about as far as like, let's keep boxing black and let's keep boxing. No, what he was doing was taking control of a small niche, a niche section in boxing in America. And now that it's worldly and Turkey's sitting there like, yo, let's make it happen. Don't be shocked. I'm almost, in my mind, I'm way more leaning towards Turkey and the PBC will be working together way more exclusively than they ever were. You're going to see that it becomes a very regular thing because they're able to finance and facilitate the whole thing. Why wouldn't they take advantage of it? They don't care about you fans. Not like that.
It was a PBC fighter that's supposed to be on the Canelo undercard.
Is it Carlos Adames or is it? I know. Oh, who is it? I'm gonna tell you right now who it is. It's Oh
man, what's his name? I just seen it.
Yeah, I'm about to tell you right now who it is, bro. Too. I'm about to tell you right now.
Oh yeah, they're supposed to be on that undercard.
Oh God, what's the guy's name?
So it's nothing new.
It's not. It's not, man, and it's going to continue to do what it's supposed to do. And I said it yesterday on my show. I said, just remember, nothing you guys have pushed out here has built a fight up, not one time yet. You guys have done nothing but become expert culture killers. I've never heard none of these content creators that are pushing this narrative about Turkey going one way, build one fight up. Show me the fight you built up.
Right.
It's going on deaf ears. Everybody want to talk about this racism. Let's get it, man. You know what I mean? It did kind of shock me. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. It did kind of shock me what Dennis Berenchek did, if he did do that or his team did do that, only because this man's whole country is under siege right now. Missiles hitting that. Hey, what up, though? You back at it. You back at it.
Say hi.
Hey. You see me.
You gonna say hi?
You see me. You act like you don't see me. You looking right at me, and I'm looking right at you. Yeah, don't look at him. I'm talking to you. I'm looking right at you.
You gonna say hi?
Right at me. You ain't gonna act like you don't see me. We ain't going for that. Yes, you thinking too hard. Say what's up. You thinking too hard. Way too long and way too hard. Just because I'm out on the TV, I can't get you. That's your problem. You don't think I could get to you because I'm on the TV. Oh, what? You feeling like that? Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Good grandpa Kishi.
You kind of fresh.
Thank you.
You kind of fresh. I ain't gonna lie, you a little fresh.
Say see you later.
See you later.
Say see you later.
See you later. She caught up. She's like, "This is what is he doing?" To you, hey, to you.
See you later.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was trying to tell you. I was trying to say what's up, and you playing with me. Exactly. Okay. All right. Keep thinking that. That's what you keep thinking that.
Get grandpa Kishi. That's it. Get Kishi. You going to get dressed?
Let's go bye-bye.
Okay, get Kishi. I'll see you later.
Mommy.
No,
the wrong way.
Thank you. Say see you later.
Yeah.
See you later.
Okay. Come on, go with mommy.
Oh, diabolical. Diabolical.
Mommy coming to get you.
You come back tomorrow.
Look, here go your water. You want your water? Your agua?
Yeah.
Look, there go mommy.
Yeah, I was saying a little earlier though that the whole Dennis Baranchek situation did throw me off a little bit, just because of the fact that I would figure that anybody from the Ukraine fighting right now would be on a campaign of peace and blessing and love and want support, and they'd be concerned about their image enough to, even if you felt that way, to carry it in a fake way, right? To not play this game. You're playing this game. Maybe you didn't think Keyshawn was going to bring it out there. Maybe you thought, maybe you really thought Keyshawn wasn't going to put it out there and the way he did. But I did find it very interesting that he would choose to do that. That made no sense in the world. That banana in the watermelon was diabolical. Absolutely is not helping you at all. And it just, I think Showbiz talked about it a little bit. It kind of shows that you're scared a little bit, man. You kind of went really deep and really low for no reason. You kind of overshot and exposed yourself in a bad way.
And remember, and then to try to combat it, he said, "Oh, just make sure you make weight." Like you said, Showbiz said that it kind of showed that you're scared. Then why you keep talking about Keyshawn ain't never missed weight? Why you keep telling him to make weight?
Never, because he's seen probably Keyshawn eating pizza and doing something on his All Access. I don't know, man.
This is the basket. Yo, they asking to see the basket. That's the basket.
Yeah, that's the basket. That's the watermelon and the weird ass letter.
Yeah, and the letter. See, it probably look better that way.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. But you know what? Join the party, because at the end of the day, we've built this environment where this type of energy is tolerated. You know what I mean? We really have. And people will never want to take ownership of it. It's okay. But I mean, I'll go all the way back to, like we were talking about earlier about Ryan Garcia. We were talking about, obviously Teofimo. I see people are talking about it here in the chat about Teofimo doing what he did with it. And Teofimo is just, you're a moron, bro. Like as you're supposed to be an adult, bro. Right? Like I get the whole idea that you might be painting this picture in your mind that maybe this society is way more sensitive. All right. So what are you doing then?
Right. Now, Stay Blessed said no proof he did it. Well, here's the thing about that, Stay Blessed. He had 25 minutes sitting up there to say he never did it. And he never said, I didn't do it. He never said, he kept saying, oh, just make weight, or this, and it. All he had to do was say, hey, bro, that's disgusting. I ain't do that.
Right.
Next question. I don't know where you got that from. Next question.
You making that up. Did that. Exactly, bro. And shout out to you, Stay Blessed, for the no proof he did it. But once again, that's that. I mean, no offense to you, but you either naive or you think you're playing with somebody's intelligence. Like, to sit there and and use that line is diabolical. You know what I'm saying?
Because again, all he had to do was say no. He could have been like, bro, where'd that come from?
Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't do that.
Right. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know where that came from, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, get up out of here with that. He should have been like, oh, he's scared. He trying to cause, like you said. He should have said, hey, this dude is scared. He trying to make up stuff to motivate himself. He ain't say that.
Yeah.
He let that run. He had ample opportunity, and Keyshawn and the reporter asked him. And again, no disrespect, but that reporter, that guy, the announcer, right? 4 top rank, bro. He has done a lot of questionable things, and people keep giving him a pass. When Shakur, Keyshawn, and remember Jared Anderson was up there, he called them boys. And remember, they was like, hold on, bro, we ain't no boys. And he was like, oh, I'm so sorry, I ain't mean it like that. Remember, he did that. Today, when Keyshawn was saying it, he said, hey, let's just get back to boxing. Let's get back to boxing. Bro.
Right. You're discounting it, and you got this visitor into your country, and you're not holding him accountable and making an example, not to say you need to be embarrassing him, but it should be universal across the page that we're not going to allow you come here and do that. If you did have something to do with that, you're a clown for that. And even a question asked to him, what do you know about it? What do you know about it? But there's no concern about it because people have become desensitized. You got a race of people, my people, who have been conditioned to not only continue to take that and not say nothing about it, but to also turn on you and check the brother who's actually saying something about it. Like, we have a checks and balances system, and it's really on some Willie Lynch energy. It happened. The same thing happened with Ryan Garcia. The same thing happened with Teofimo. You just had people in the community who's like, stop making a big deal out of it. You're just sitting here being sensitive. No, bro, you guys are just clowns and been tricked out of your own spot, because no other community in America is going to allow that to happen to them. You say something about the community, you're going to have to explain yourself. They're going to force you to. Can't nobody tell anybody in that community you're being too sensitive. You say Jew, it's a problem.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, they say it all the time. If you say it in the wrong tonality and they think it's a problem, they're going to get you shut down. You say something to the LGBTQ community, there's going to be a problem.
You're going to get canceled.
Say something to the Hispanic community, it's going to be an issue.
Right.
And you can't knock them for doing that.
Remember, Kevin Hart said something years ago about his son in a joke. Remember? If my son was playing with Barbie dolls, I break the dollhouse over his head. Right. He couldn't, what was it, the Oscars or whatever? They didn't let him host the Oscars because he said that, and it was like 10 years ago.
Right. When everybody was talking like that, when it was accepted, where everybody understood he wasn't being racist, where it was actually funny.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everybody laughed on it.
Right.
But it don't matter, because those communities understand. They understand the impact and the perspective that the world will have on that community, and ultimately the disrespect that they'll be inviting if they allow it to slide. They understand what they'll be inviting to the whole entire community if they don't stand tall. Not to mention, they acknowledge that they're raising children and they're raising another generation, and they don't want that generation to get it twisted. They want to be an example to show that generation how to react to it. But we've been so used to being abused over here and so used to being dismissed over here that not only are we conditioned to take it, but we get annoyed when other people speak on it. We get frustrated because I don't know why. Maybe you're feeling a little insecure because you're feeling like you're kind of weak and the other guy's talking about it. Maybe you feel like we're acting like we're better than you because we stand. I don't know what the whole entire story is behind the nonsense, but I can tell you the reason Dennis Baranchek came over here and felt comfortable to send that man a watermelon and bananas was because we tolerated in a way unhealthy way. It's 100% the reason why he's doing it. The reason why Teofimo is sitting in front of a camera laughing, eating a banana, is because we're the race that needs to shut up. We've been trained and conditioned to take that. I don't know a world where I'm sitting in front of a TV looking at Mexicans going through something or being talked about, and I'm sitting here with a sombrero eating a taco going and that doesn't get looked at as nothing else but pure racism. No laughing, no understanding, no empathy, no grace and mercy, no I was making a joke. I need to either apologize or I'm a racist is what it's going to be every time.
Right. And because, like you said, Clay, at the end of the day, there's no consequences for the actions.
Yeah.
Because all we do is talk. We are a group of people that likes to talk, and then we are too forgiving. On top of that.
Yeah.
Right. We'd rather tear down each other than to band together and stand for something.
Because we ain't shit. Excuse my French.
Because
we've been programmed.
Right. Because we want to do it when it's cool.
Bro, we will kill each other and never kill anybody else. The murder rate is higher in our community because we have no problem killing you. We don't even value, bro. It's
unalive. We gotta say unalive.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No
we're conditioned, and I'm talking about some real psychological, like real conditioning. I'm talking about Manchurian candidate level conditioning. I'm talking about real talk. Like we listen to serial, and let's I mean, we're gonna talk about it. It says it in here, you know, in the title. We listen to serial, unaliving music.
Yeah.
That's what we find entertainment in.
Right.
Riding up on the ops. We don't even care. We don't even value each other's lives.
Right.
We know we're not playing like that with other races. Maybe you guys might cross lanes with the brown, with the Mexicans and the Latino race from time to time, but we know when it comes to that Caucasian, we don't want no issues. Dudes just walking off elevators if a white girl walks on an elevator. The most gangster dudes in the world that is killing, just murdering. I said it again. I'm sorry. That are just unaliving each other constantly will get in their lane when it comes to dealing with the Caucasian. You know what I'm saying? Quickly get it together. Don't play around over here. Drive in the Caucasian neighborhood. Put the volume down in your radio. Put your windows up.
I wasn't going to do that over there. We was in the right neighborhood.
Yeah, but will look at me, and if I look at you too long, gun me down in front of my whole family in broad daylight, bro.
Right.
With no regards.
No regards.
With no regards, bro. Won't even think twice about it.
But then go brag about it, Clay.
Oh, yeah. Put a video out about it and then go get respect and go do some good time and come out and be respected. Maybe become a rapper now.
We'll do life in jail behind it and be happy for it.
Yeah. Say he had it coming. Yeah. We've been brainwashed, bro. It's gone. And it's the same thing. Listen, it's the same exact thing that's affecting African-American boxing in America. We can bring it full circle since we're always building content on boxing. That's why you watch channels with 500 plus people, thousands of people sitting in there hating on boxers who look just like them to promote one fighter and try to be like, oh, that's not because he said this. Like, he's the only guy who's ever talked like that. Like, he's the only guy who's ever done whatever it is you think he's doing. And he needs to be, and then he'll move away and go get something somewhere else, and you'll clown him for that.
Right.
You'll say he's overpaid. Right. You got so many opinions and so many perspectives on why he's doing what he's doing, but everybody else is allowed to go and get money. They're allowed to go ahead and take advantage of all the opportunities in front of them. But we're sellouts because we choose not to sit here and be mediocre, and we push the fighters to go ahead and make the biggest fights and get the biggest bags of money if it's out there. And we don't count their pockets, so we're just not being realistic because they don't deserve it and they're being overpaid, and that's what's ruining boxing. Not the fights not being made, not just one fighter being paid. What's actually ruining boxing is this fighter being overpaid. It's nonsense. It's nonsense.
It's unbelievable, man, that there's absolutely no consequences for it. But Devin Haney got dragged over the coals for saying I would never let a white boy beat me.
Right. Oh, yeah. He had to apologize for that.
Yeah, he had to apologize. When Deontay Wilder said what he said, the WBC said he had to issue an apology. He had to issue an apology.
Yeah, bro.
But this just goes to show how much we matter, that you don't have to issue an apology. You don't have to say nothing.
Right.
As a matter of fact, when Ryan Garcia went on his rant, the WBC said they just want to get him help. They want to reach out to him. Right. They want to comfort him. They want to hold him. They want to pamper him. When Devin Haney said what he said, they wanted him to apologize.
Yeah. It's you know, Josephine Baker, I think it's her story about, she's the one who went to France, I believe, right? And she used to sing in America, was a big singer here, an actress, and you know, got treated like a second-class citizen. People were loving her music, you know, going to her own shows, having to go inside of the back door of her own shows when a bunch of white people came out to see her perform, literally to come, you know, wasn't allowed to walk through the front door with them, had to come in through the kitchen, right? Went over to France and got treated like a star is supposed to be treated, right? And nobody cared about her skin color. Josephine, your music is epic. It's you know, she got treated great and never came back ultimately, right? It's the same thing that you're going to see. And I'm going to make that equivalent with Devin Haney going over to the UK when he went to go meet up with Turkey. And look how many people showed up in his media workout. off the back end of a loss. You know what I'm saying? Off a back end of a lawsuit that he's putting out there. All these different things that we try to hold at such a high level. Why didn't they care? Why was that whole entire room packed out with people to come see him fight? And then you expect him not to want to stay over there and get it in and do the business. Why in the world? It blows me away. Same thing with Shakur, right? He goes over there, everybody's sitting him down. Oh, Shakur, so much respect for his style, for what he brings to the ring. Nobody bringing up the boring fight he did with De Los Santos and over crucifying him and making him live by that. Why is that? It's because we're conditioned to hate each other, bro. Right. And we do it all the time. I don't care. I see it happen all the time.
Outside of the realm of the sport of boxing. All day, bro. Listen, bro, I got hated on a certain channel just because I'll never understand what the hatred was for, right? I'll never understand why me and this person had to even bump heads the way we did. But immediately, this person seen me as a threat to him, right? See me as a threat to him. Who knows why, right? But at the end of the day, from my point of view, it's just a conditioning, bro. It's just a conditioning of instead of the instincts being like what Blue did, which is, oh, I see this brother doing this thing. I like what he's got going on. Right. Yo, I'm going to help him. No, let me see. He got something going on. I'm not going to. Just nonsense. Stories being made up in your head. Nonsense being put together to build up this fake story about something that's not even happening, right? Over what? Boxing. Something that's not even real to us except for us watching as fans. How could my opinion on a fighter speak towards my character as a person? Right. We know that's not why you have an issue. You have an issue because you looked at me and you saw, you know what I'm saying, an enemy because you've been conditioned to make me your enemy, somebody who looks like you. You've been conditioned to believe that's what it's supposed to be. Right. It's just 1,000%. 1,000%. There is no consequences. And let me just say this, people. Sports in general have a history of doing this to us because we are seen as objects. We are an anomaly to most people. How could he jump that high? How could he run that fast? This is before supplements. This is before performance enhancers and all of these things. We naturally have those abilities.
Yes.
So we call chickens and scared, and when it's called the sweet science, when we perfect what the actual title of the sport is, it's ruining the sport. I didn't know boxing was called Rock'em Sock'em Robots. It's called the sweet science. It's called boxing.
Always been, Blue.
The rule of boxing is to hit and not get hit. And because African American and black fighters are able to fight in any which style we choose.
Yeah.
Let me say it again, Clay. We are able to fight however we so choose. If we want to be aggressive and fight on the inside, like Tank Davis and Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield and Ernie Shavers, and knock your block off, we can.
Right.
But if we choose to be
slick,
light on our feet,
right,
and be ballerinas and be pure work of art, like Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, decide we're not going to get hit one time throughout this fight.
We ain't going to get hit one time. Like Sweet Pea Pernell Whitaker. Pernell Whitaker has lost fights because people simply didn't like that his ability couldn't be caught up to.
Right.
Because you can't hit Pernell Whitaker. He got penalized for his physical abilities. Right. Because you have to be handicapped because everybody else can't do what you can do physically.
Right.
You're going to be penalized for it. You're going to be penalized for it because you got to stay still.
Yeah. Yeah.
And make this Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Otherwise, you are labeled a chicken.
Yeah, Mandingo fighting. That's what they want to see.
Right. Like Clay, you know, I say this all the time. And I understand that Shakur was the A side. And he's the A fighter. But how come nobody ever talks about whatever De Los Santos didn't do? We always talk about what Shakur didn't do.
Right.
But nobody talks about what Edwin De Los Santos did not do.
Not to mention, Blue, at the end of the fight, Shakur had a reason.
Right.
Right? What was De Los Santos? At least at the end of the fight, Shakur was like, yo, bro, my hand was messed up, bro. Legitimately. Right. I messed up my hand. I couldn't do it. I'm not saying that's an excuse as far as like, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't have to show and prove in the next fight. Right. But no, what was Edwin De Los Santos? Did he have a broken arm? Did he have a bad ankle? No, he just got finessed and just got tricked into staying home. But nobody said nothing to him.
No, nobody said nothing.
Oh.
Roy Jones, Clay, was labeled a cherry pick who was only fighting cab drivers, construction workers, and firefighters and police officers.
Right.
Because nobody could catch up to him.
Right.
Nobody could match his skill set, his athletic ability, his talent.
Right.
But then when he start being in tough fights and getting knocked out, he's getting praised.
Right.
Nobody liked Muhammad Ali. They disliked Muhammad Ali.
People never talk about it, Blue.
Yeah, they only liked Muhammad Ali when he couldn't talk no more.
That's when they started showing him the love.
That's when he started getting the love, when he couldn't talk no more. That's when people admired Muhammad Ali, when he couldn't talk no more.
Facts.
They admired Marvin Hagler when he was retired and gone.
That's a fact, Blue. You talking to him.
Yeah, it's nasty work because when we look at this situation, look at Sugar Ray Leonard. He gave us all types of fights. But the one fight where he decided, okay, I'm going to make an adjustment to Roberto Duran.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he was considered a runner, a chicken, everything under the sun. Because Duran couldn't make the adjustment.
Right. See,
Sugar Ray fought him. Because what was it? I don't remember if it was a unanimous decision or split decision in the first fight.
But it was the first one. Yeah.
It was still a close fight. And Sugar Ray Leonard completely fought his fight.
Right. 100%.
But when Sugar Ray Leonard said, okay, I'm going to fight my fight, and he had no answers, Sugar Ray Leonard got labeled the bad guy because you're supposed to stay still and take punishment.
Right.
Right? Floyd Mayweather. Oh, he's a chicken. He's a runner. It just shows just how much of people actually watch the sport of boxing, Clay.
100%.
He ran from who? He didn't run from Robert Guerrero. He didn't run from Canelo Alvarez. He fought them in the pocket.
100%. 100%. Cheese. Oh, Cheese. Long time no here.
Bombs on. Where you been at? In the building, in the super chat, dropping that 200.
Yo, I wish Cheese would one day just call in, even behind a symbol, just to hear his voice, just to be able to just to hear his voice. But I mean, I'm sure it's deep, but you know what I mean, as far as the reason why. But you know, just to be like, say what's up. I hope everything's good with you, Cheese, man.
Yes,
always up.
Cheese. I just asked about you day before yesterday, Cheese. Literally.
Yeah. That
means you're gonna live a long time. That's what my mom said.
Yeah, always, man. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, man.
Always great to see you, Chief. So you know, when Shakur could fight, everybody just act like Shakur, AK Crowder. What's up, family? Shakur had that fight with Yoshino and beat the brakes off of Yoshino in the pocket. Now, Clay, look at this situation, right? He beats the brakes off of Yoshino in the pocket, and they say, who is Yoshino? He ain't do nothing.
Right.
But Pitbull Cruz fights a guy that nobody knows, but because they rock'em sock'em robots back and forth, that was a great fight.
It was entertaining. Right? I stay on this side of the camera and Mike's Clay. No doubt. I understand, Cheese. I definitely understand 100%, man. 100%.
Right. So he beats the brakes off of Yoshino in the pocket. And the reason is because nobody knew who Yoshino is.
Right.
Really?
Right.
But he beat Nakatani.
But also, not only because of that, it's not okay. I mean, I'm thinking you're being a little sarcastic, right? Because we know it's not because of that. Yeah, it's not because it's Yoshino. It's because it's Shakur. You know what I'm saying? It's because he's in the same conversation. He's in the same conversation as their favorite fighter, and they look at it as blasphemy to celebrate anybody. You know what I'm saying? That could possibly be fighting their fighters. This is what they don't. Let me tell you something, Blue. They don't know why they do what they do. They'll tell you quickly. I don't know what it is. I just don't like them.
Right.
They'll tell you, right? They'll let you know immediately that they don't even know why they feel the way they feel. You know what I'm saying? They'll tell you straight up. I don't know, man. It's just the way. I don't know, man. I just don't like them, bro. Just something about it's because you've been conditioned. You're a Manchurian candidate. You're a programmed robot, bro, and you're on autopilot, bro. And it started years and years before you were born. It was conditioned into you. There were books written on it. It was a strategy. It was actually applied, and it was successfully done to where a certain group of people no longer had to worry about you because they programmed you to do to yourself what they were doing, and now they don't even have to do it no more. Now, every now and then, they can actually say things like, man, that was too much, man. They can actually walk up to you and be your friends. You feel me? Like, I don't know why that guy did that to you, man. This is a crazy world we live in. They just got you on autopilot.
Mm-hmm.
I just hate myself, and I hate people who naturally look like me.
Right. Bernie Mac, remember in the Whoopi Goldberg's the back of Forrest Whitaker's neck and Whoopi Goldberg's gums. Right. Muscle Kev, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on the super chat. He says, keep working. Yes, sir. I just left the gym not too long ago, great brother. For sure. Put that pain in. Muscle up, Kev. Put that pain in. Right? So yeah, Clay, it's nasty work. Cameron Fields, peace of blessed queen. Shakia Fields, peace of blessed queen. Jay Lynn, peace of blessed queen. So yeah, Clay, it's just like you said. And we had an interesting conversation before we started, right? Because I said that this stems from envy. Right? Eastside Easy, what's up? I said it stems for envy because when you can't do what somebody else can do, you envy them. You know what I'm saying? I can't jump as high as you, can't run as fast as you, can't move as fast as you. My hand speed ain't fast as yours, right? Mm-hmm. When you have a Caucasian fighter like Caleb Plant, White Chocolate, when he got any type of rhythmic and perpetual movement, like the late great legendary Kurt Anderson, aka Kurt Sugar, used to say, right? Then you are considered white chalk. You always gonna be referenced to black people,
right?
In basketball, Jason Williams, right? He had handles, he had rhythm, he had dribble, like a black basketball player. What was his name? White Chocolate.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Because it's always going to be referenced to that.
Right.
And so it's celebrated when it's a Caleb Plant or a Jason Williams.
Right.
Because it's quote unquote out the norm. But for us, it's the norm.
Big facts,
so it's like, we know you're a superior athlete. Show us something else. Right? So from the beginning of time, the sport was built on that. And I think people forget that. And every now and then they have to be reminded. This sport was built off of that. Once again, we have paved the way for other people to thrive and be successful in another lane in life because we gave our blood, sweat, and tears and our sacrifices so that other people can thrive, and then those people get in position and spit in our face. Oh. That's the nasty work about it. How quickly you forget that if it wasn't for the Jack Johnsons and the Black Murderers Row and the Muhammad Ali's and the Joe Lewises of the world that couldn't drink out of certain water fountains, couldn't these legends in this sport right here, right? You had the movie, one of my favorite movies with Denzel Washington, The Hurricane.
Right.
right? How that's a true story. People don't even realize that's a true story.
I met the cop who arrested him.
Did you?
Yeah, well, I worked at a gun store for like say about 2+, like let's just say about 2 years, give or take. And he came in, old ass man, proud too, proud. Like, yeah, I was that guy. This and that. He's explaining the whole story. And obviously, his perspective was different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
His perspective was different. But I definitely met that cop. I mean, not for nothing. He was a cool old dude. He was old as hell. You know what I'm saying? He was a cool old dude. But when he broke it down to me and told me, I was like, damn, bro, you was that guy? It was him. It was him. I can't remember his name. This was about a good 7 to 10 years ago. 7 to 10 years ago, but I met that dude in Hurricane. The movie with Denzel, right? When he's the boxer and he got caught up with the face, everyone went to jail. Yeah,
Hurricane Carter.
Yeah, I met him.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? People who there's a lot of different races that suffered different things.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But we ain't no group suffered more than we have.
Not in the construction of this country, in the building of this experiment. This thing right here was exclusively off the back and the blood and sweat and tears of people who look just like me and you, bro. That's an inconvenient truth for anybody who finds it cringe to hear me say it. You know what I'm saying?
And the thing is, the benefits that people have reaped from it, and then got the audacity to turn your nose up at us, and what is diabolical.
Mm-hmm.
It's diabolical.
Yeah.
You would
think they would take that into consideration, and at a minimum make sure. Right. You know, it's kind of like that cousin that get on your nerves, and you might, treat them a certain way and say certain things, but you still draw a line in the sand and don't allow nobody else to come around and do it. You know what I mean? You let another person know, like, hey, that's my cousin. You know what I'm saying? What you don't get it twisted. What you see me doing, don't try to do it, bro. It's not welcome. And when you see somebody like Dennis Baranchik like do what he did and not have to, he didn't even feel the need to speak.
Bro, he didn't blink, Clay.
Yeah, he was just like, he
was comfortable, like,
yeah.
Bro, like, can you imagine if we go to the UK and do that?
Never. Just never. It's just something unfathomable, and we know better too than to do it. Because we know it's unfathomable. You know what I'm saying? We know better than to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's so funny how we know what to do and what not to do. We're not getting caught up in those things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We don't get caught up in those things. We know better. We know how to act when we outside of our neighborhood, outside of our element, not around our people. But when it comes to us, bro,
it's just nasty work. His name is Vincent DeSimone.
Yeah, DeSimone. That something like that. Let's see, DeSimone. Yeah, DeSimone. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. This dude, Clay, he sat there like this, microphone like this. He was like,
"Yeah, bro."
It's just like what Ryan Garcia said. Who gonna do something about it? No, because we'll do it. We don't look like them. They don't look like us.
100%.
So therefore, ain't nobody pulling out the switch on them. Ain't nobody sliding. Ain't nobody doing none of that. As if the thing that gets me, as if the repercussions are different. Because when they catch you, you're gonna get the same amount of time. It's really diabolical. It's disappointing.
Yeah, bro.
There's no room for that. Who thought that it's okay to send this man a basket of bananas and watermelon?
Yeah.
It's just like my son showed me, right? Monica Johnson, Peace Bus Queen. My son showed me this clip, right, Clay? Don't know if you saw this, but Fight Sports Talk. What's up? What's his name? Patrick Mahomes' wife. Did you see this? It was really diabolical how she was in the background. They was doing like a truth or the dare thing, right? And she's like, I know you like fried chicken. I know you like watermelon. You know, like they do the thing when they put the card on your head, you got to try to guess whatever. Yeah, that's what she was doing, Clay. Like, I
Well,
know you like fried chicken. Patrick Mahomes' wife.
okay.
It's like, bro, what? It's like,
Yeah.
I know you like fried chicken. I know you like watermelon. I know you like, bro, what?
But that's the conditioning, right? Like she's probably not even trying to be. She's clearly not trying to be insulting to you. She's not. She's just brainwashed. She's just. I don't know, man. But at the same time, we're triggered as well. We are triggered. I mean, it's just America, man. And you either know better or you don't know any better. Like I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? People just really. Oh man, bro. It's just you gotta smile at it.
This is America.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because we are desensitized.
Yeah,
We are desensitized, bro. Like, because I'm gonna be real with you. I can sit here right now, hear that story, and I'm gonna laugh at him like that's crazy, right? Like,
right. I'm not flipping over tables.
right? You're not like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Right,
We just built to take this.
Right,
We just conditioned to take it.
Right.
But everything has its
and
limit.
you know what it is, Clay? A big part of it is you know that you're alone. If there was a global unity coming together when these things happen, and there was a whole outrage consistently, not just when it's a police officer and a young black man, or everything gots to get canceled.
Oh shit, that wasn't the dude.
Then Clay, you would feel remember it was more than one cop, but you would feel
No, it was his son. It was his son. I'm looking at his picture. It was his son.
Okay.
That's hilarious, bro. I'm looking. Yeah, it was his dude right here. Yup, this is him.
Yeah,
that's hilarious. Go ahead. My bad, though.
No. So that's what I'm saying, right, Clay? If there was a sense of unity, then you would feel like, oh, wait a minute, hold on. You would be more insulted because if we all stood together, right, and you knew, wait a minute, that affects my entire community, our response would be different. But you know, man, this dude is going. We got so many difference of opinions. We ain't on the same page that it's like, bro, all right, why am I going to flip over tables? I'm be the only one in here flipping over tables.
Yeah, and I mean, as a community, Blue, we do a lot of that, right? Like we pray for the people who do things to us, and we forgive so easily. And I mean, we're just like that, right? Like even like with the story of that guy in Florida when the girl went into the wrong apartment, thought it was her apartment, and shot him dead in his own apartment. Right. And at the case, you seen the mom get up like, I forgive you, and gave him a hug and did this whole entire thing. That's something we do. You know what I'm saying? We've been conditioned to do that because we figure, you know, let's still show an act of, you know, we want the same grace and mercy. We're hoping the people will empathize with us, showing the love and turning the other cheek and look at it like, man, how could we keep doing that to those people? And maybe there is like, you know, people who that works on, but as a community, it's very, we don't really stand on no business when it comes to us being abused. And when we do it, we'll taint it like Black Lives Matter. We'll do something stupid. We'll do it, but then we'll exploit it in a way that just completely makes it look like something horrible.
Financial gain. And the thing is, Clay, is one big thing is we don't hold each other accountable. Right? When I was just watching this clip from Gilly and Shannon Sharp, don't know if you saw that. And Shannon Sharp didn't know that basketball player was the one that unalived his son in Philly. Did you see that clip?
Gilly said he didn't know that?
No, Shannon Sharp was interviewing Gilly. He didn't know the basketball player that got unalived in Philly was the one that had unalived Gilly's son. He didn't know that. So he was saying to Gilly, you know, he read the story about this basketball player in Philly that got unalived with 17 shells in Philly, and he was saying to him, what happened to the days where athletes was off limits in the hood. The hood protected the
I didn't
athletes.
see this.
Yeah, and Gilly was like, that dude unalived my son. And Shannon Sharp was like, no, I'm talking about the basketball player in Philly. He's like, yeah, you talking about the basketball player that got, 17 times in front of his mom. He said, yeah. He said, yeah, he unalived my son. And Shannon Sharp is like it's just a awkward silence moment. They just sitting there looking at each other. And he like, for real? And he like, yeah. And then Gilly goes, well, the only reason I know is because the officers was already on the verge of arresting the kid and told me that he was one of the suspects in his son's unaliving, and they was about to arrest him. And then they called him and they told Gilly, they called Gilly and told him that he was unalive.
No, I did not see that, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you on Instagram. I'm gonna send it to you right now on Instagram.
I think I'm looking at it right now. I mean, I don't see that clip, but I see
it's go to Nightcap.
Oh, it's on Nightcap?
Yeah, go to Shannon Sharp Nightcap.
I see Club Shay Shay here with Gilly. They don't got a clip or something?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hold on, I'm gonna send you the clip. Because I'm like, man, I was like, bro, this is just it. And I was saying this to say that here you go. I'm gonna send it to you right now, Clay. I'm gonna send it to you on Instagram.
All right.
The thing is that Gilly was saying that people in the hood knew about dude that did this thing with Gilly's son. But again, we don't hold each other accountable. So if we knew that happened and you knew this kid had nothing to do with nothing, you see it? I just sent it to you. You see it? You got the clip? It's on Instagram. I sent it to you on Instagram.
Oh, okay, because it didn't hit my phone yet. Well, it hit my phone, but it probably hit it on the. Hold on, I'm about to do right now.
Yeah. So
that's messed up, man. I know that's got to be messed up, man. That's got to be.
Yeah, the thing is, like his face,
right here,
the body language and the face of both of them is just like, bruh. It's So their face, you know what I'm saying? We just don't hold each other accountable enough, and that's why nobody else respects us either. We don't hear their business spilling out into everybody else's situation. We don't hear it on the news, and because they handle it in house. Oh yeah, Hazy Hughes, 1000%. But he did it, and again, you see when the brother said, that, well, there's no proof that he actually did it. He did it so sly that how can you prove that he did it? You can't. But the thing is, body language tells the story. He never said he didn't do it. He just sat there like, oh well. And kept saying,
he doubled down. He doubled down because he saw that Keyshawn was in his feelings about it, and he doubled down on it and wanted to show that he didn't give a damn. I'm being honest with you. I don't know that he did it. I don't know that he did it. That he did it, right? I'm very confident it came from his side of the conversation, though. Somebody on his side, his management, his team, his entourage, his people did that on his behalf, is what I believe, right? I believe that's what they did. I think Keyshawn got them in their feelings based on that media time they had the day before. right? Based on that media time they had that day before when he was grabbing at the belt and walking around, chasing around, I'm gonna beat you up. I don't think they were able to deal with that.
Yeah,
I think that hurt
he
a
was
lot of
very
feelings.
frustrated. Remember, he did the whole jerk me off gesture because
Yeah,
he was frustrated.
right, right.
Mhm.
And he wasn't he wasn't. I don't think that Dennis Baranchek was used to that because in Eastern Europe, combat sports, the fighters respect each other for the most part. Even when
Mhm.
they speak on fighting each other, if you watch like how Better Biev and Biv will do it, you know what I'm saying? They're
Mhm.
generally respectful. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
mean, you'll have your from time to time things will go a certain way, but for the most part, there's a certain amount of respect. And he wasn't used to the flamboyant energy and the way Keyshawn Davis was carrying it, the language barrier. He hurt them up. He hurt their feelings, and he got in their head. And them sending that box with the watermelons and the bananas. That's why I give Showbiz his credit because he's right. It showed how effective Keyshawn Davis's approach was to them, that it really stuck in their heads the way he was carrying it. It stuck in their heads, man. And they wanted to throw that man off of his game, man. And they did something that they don't even understand. As far as a black man, we get hit with that all the time. So Keyshawn didn't react to it like, yo, he just let it be known. I know why you did it. I know what you was thinking, but it ain't gonna work because I'm gonna beat your ass. He said you made it a little personal, but I'm not even tripping because I don't expect to get an apology from you or anybody on this panel, bro. Just want to let you know to your face, I know what you tried to do. And
Mhm.
now you're gonna pay for it even worse on Friday. Just know
Mhm.
that. I'm gonna embarrass you even worse because I already know you're scared of me now. I already know what's coming your way. You know exactly what I'm finna do to you, bro. And you trying to throw me off. And I just want you to know, between me and you, forget everybody else in this room, I know what you tried to do, bro, and I know that you're scared, and I know why you did it. And
Mhm.
I'm going to double down on what's about to happen to you on Friday.
Yep. Great brother Ray Davis. What's up, family? Salute.
Salute, Ray.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. It showed to me, like you said, Clay. It showed, and like you said, Clay. I'm about to say Clay Mo said, like Showbiz said, right? It definitely showed fear.
Mm-hmm.
They keep talking about his size. They keep
Mm-hmm.
talking about weight issues. He ain't never had weight issues.
Never. He's just trying to say you're a big dude. That's what he's saying. What he's
Right.
saying is that dude is big as hell. If
Right.
y'all didn't know what he was saying, is,
Right.
damn, Keyshawn big as hell, bro. That's
Right.
what he was saying.
Right.
Not knowing that Keyshawn never missed weight. I mean, he knows, but he's trying to make sense of it.
Right.
He's trying to make sense of the whole entire experience and the whole entire situation. They talking about it. I know he's doing this. They might be considering him using performance enhancement drugs. It might be maybe he's not on weight. He can't possibly be anywhere near 135. That guy's a solid 150 right now. He's not gonna make weight. He's right on where he's always been. He's right on point with his program. He's gonna hit that scale tomorrow. It's gonna say 135. Maybe even 134.4. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he gonna get off that scale and say, see you tomorrow, bro. That's what he gonna say to him. I'm gonna see you tomorrow, bro. It's over with.
Yep. And he gonna rehydrate.
Oh, bro. He gonna come in there. And he heard Keyshawn, the videos of Keyshawn saying he's stronger than ever. Everybody's saying he's strong. And they're thinking, yo, bro, he's probably not gonna make weight.
Yep.
Let's hope he don't make weight.
They hope he don't make weight.
He gonna make
So that
weight.
way, win, lose, or draw, they keep the belt. Ron Toro, my brother in the super chat, dropping that. On it to the super chat. He said, I think someone close to him did it because he immediately showed shame by looking down and away when he was called out. Yeah, well, exactly. But the thing is, right, Ron Toro, that the issue that I have, he didn't deny it.
Yeah, he didn't, man. He didn't have no shame. I'm about to say I didn't see the shame. He just
didn't
sat
give there motionless. He didn't deny it.
Yeah.
He could have been like, "Hey, bro, you know what? That wasn't me. I don't know what you're talking about."
Right.
Even when Keyshawn said, "Hey, bro, he ain't say all that." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
he ain't say all that, bro. He could have been like, bro, I didn't send that to your room. You silly. Even if he took it like, bro, you got to be joking. Like I'm ignoring you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That which is a possibility. But he could have been like, bro, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Like stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, stop, man. You trying to create something that's not there. You know what I'm saying?
Why didn't anybody just ask that dude if he did it? Now, and
No.
I'm talking about outside of Keyshawn. Like, why didn't
in the media?
Why didn't
right?
somebody just say, "Yo, did you do that?"
Right.
Like,
Right. In the media, right?
yeah, somebody in the media, somebody interviewing the questions. I don't know, bro. Like, I don't understand how that man made it off that stage and not had to address that diabolical ass ish that had nothing to do with boxing. That was just complete hatred. It was ridiculous.
Right.
It was legitimately a ridiculous thing to see happen. When I was watching, I'm like, what in the world? Why would he do that?
Right.
You sending watermelon and bananas to his room? What?
Right. It simply has no place in the sport of boxing.
It doesn't, man. On that level, not at all, man. And it was confusing. It was confusing to see, man. It was crazy.
It just there's no place for that in boxing. But again, Clay, if there's no repercussions, there's a place for it. As long as there's no outcry, there's a place for it.
Yeah, man. And I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to do about it. I don't think there is anything to do about it. I think it's just going to be here. I think when you see people like Teofimo, which we haven't even talked about yet, you know, to a certain degree, it's more diabolical when he carrying it that way, because Dennis Berinchyk is coming from a complete different country where maybe that's not off limits. Maybe, you know, in the spirit of a fight, in the spirit of competition, that's not off limit. I've heard stories of like world soccer games going on where you go to different countries and they're throwing bananas at the soccer players, and you know what I'm saying? They're being racist, but they're not looked at as racist. They're looked at as, and that's just us supporting our team and knocking your team, and you happen to be black, so you're catching a banana. You know what I mean? Like, maybe, but you know, when Teofimo sits there and antagonizes and does what he does, looking on a phone, eating a banana, laughing, yeah, bro, it's got nothing to do with nothing, Tio. Nothing to do with nothing. This man's not in your weight class. You're not trying to make a fight with him. You're not trying to do none of that, bro. You're just being a dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has no place, and it's just like cringe. Nobody sees it. You're trying to laugh it off and turn it into everybody's sensitive. Why are you doing it? It's not about being sensitive. It's about, why are you doing it? Okay, you know people are sensitive. Why are you doing it, bro? What's wrong with you, bro? Stop trying to point it out and project it out in the world as if, look at what's wrong with you, bro? What has got you so caught up on this topic that you can't let it go, and you want to trigger people, and you're inviting them to come and bring it? You're telling them where you live. You're inviting. Do you have unaliving energy in you where you want to get unalived, or are you on, what's wrong with you? Is it the marriage? Is it the divorce? Is it rough? Is it not working out the way you wanted to work out? Are you having, what makes you want to go ahead and participate in that? Because in the beginning, it looked like you were trying to make a fight when you did what you did with Terrence Crawford and Keyontae Davis. That's what you pushed it out to be, right? You said you were trying to make a fight happen. Come get it. But what was the reason behind trolling Keyontae Davis in an event that had nothing to do with you? Not in the same weight class. You're not fighting over the same thing. You have nothing. What made you do that? You need to try to justify that and understand how weird you look when people are looking at you trying to put it together, and understand what the purpose was behind doing that. Understanding up front that everybody was going to see it. You wanted to go viral. And why do you want to continue to go viral over things like that?
Right.
That's the bigger question. It's not about me tripping or people who look like me tripping. It's about what's wrong with you. Why are you doing that?
Right.
Why are you doing that, bro?
Right.
I know you're dumb. You're going to say something stupid. I know if you're watching this right now, you're saying something dumb like, I don't know, man. I know you don't know. I know you're a grown ass man child, bro, who has no real understanding about why you're doing what because you're a child who's a great athlete, a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? You do have a child. But what's the real reason behind it? It's because you're a child, bro. It's because you haven't grown up. It's embarrassing. We all know as grown-ups what the problem is. You're a child. It's called lack of maturity. You don't have any. That's why you look the way you do, say the things you do, move around, and everything's always like, I don't understand. Boxing used to be. No, brother. This is not about boxing. Shut up. Shut up, bro. It has nothing to do with that, bro. It's because you're an immature child, bro. You look like it, you act like it, and you're athletic. You can do backflips and you can fight, but it doesn't make you that intelligent, does it? Nobody ever insulted you with that accolade, right? We all know. We see you talking, bro. We see you talking, bro. We know you're not him. But you're a good fighter when you want to be. So we'll watch you do that. But don't ever get it twisted, bro. Don't ever get it twisted, bro. We know. We know you have you're not that sharp. You're not that sharp. I wonder how many people close to you are probably looking at you like, why did you even do that, bro? How many people said that to you already? Did your father say it? I've seen him try to check you before. How many people who respect you are asking you, why did you even do that? And what answers are you saying to them? How many people are saying that? Yo, why did you even do that? I don't know. So you were bored and you went on your phone, on your social media, and you acted like a child and got in the middle of something that had nothing to do with you just because? Well, damn, bro.
to take false credit for it, for some just to go viral, just to troll.
Right. But not even for nothing good. Nothing that's gonna make what's gonna happen off the back end of this. Are you gonna try to fight Keyshawn next? You're gonna go down to 135? Are you trying to make a fight happen with somebody who's already told you he'd fight you any damn way? No, right. You know it had nothing to do with that. It's because you're stupid. That's why. Let's be honest, right? You're stupid, aren't you? You don't even know why. You're just stupid. You can't even take it back if you wanted to, right? You just look dumb. And what's the best thing to do? Double down on it and look like you did it on purpose. And like, yeah, everybody moving nowhere. No, it's not. You're just dumb and you ran your mouth, bro. And you did something stupid. 8 bananas in front of a phone and everybody's making fun of you. And now you're going to act like you're some kind of marketing genius. You're not Ryan Garcia. You'll never be Ryan Garcia, bro. Stop. I can give Ryan Garcia some intelligent accolades and be like, he's kind of smart. I can see what he's doing. Not you, Tio. You're just a follower and you're stupid. Doesn't make any sense what you did.
It's just unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. It's just, bro, there's so many different ways to garner attention, and that's just not it.
You just are, bro. You just are. We see you.
It's just not it, bro. Like, there's so many different avenues that you could take to get respect. It's just like, it just doesn't make sense, bro. Doesn't make sense.
You get paid to fight and you get paid a lot of money, and well, actually you don't get paid a lot of money, right, Tio? That's the whole issue, right? So you're not even smart enough to get that put together. Turkey Al Sheikh is offering you an olive branch and put you in a position to make money, and now you feel even more empowered because you actually accredit what Turkey did with you with your intelligence. And not the fact that you're just some fake Mandingo fighter. You know what I'm saying? Who's tried everything in the book out of desperation to be more than what you are, bro. And somehow it worked out. Maybe that was the worst thing Turkey ever did, was reward that energy you push out there with an actual. He should have left you over there with Bob Arum so you could get humbled and shut up and go back to fighting and stop talking.
Yeah, it's just
cringe.
Man, boxing, boy. Boxing is something else, boy.
Cringe, bro. Cringe, bro. Cringe. I'm embarrassed for you, bro. I actually thought you was making a comeback. I actually thought you was going to leave the antics alone because you finally got what you wanted, which was fighting the best. But it turns out you're really just an idiot, and you don't even know when you're ahead. You don't even know when you're ahead, bro.
So now let's talk about this actual fight on Saturday with Baranchyk and Keyshawn. How you see the fight playing out now, Clay?
I see Keyshawn using that fear he knows is there now. I see him sticking Dennis Baranchyk to the body, straight shots to the body, jabs to the body, setting up a lot of shots. I see him breaking Dennis Barancyk's will. I see Dennis thinking he's going to do a lot of stuff. I think that jab to the body is going to neutralize and mess up Dennis a lot, because Dennis likes to move around a lot. He likes to move around and do Lomachenko. And the one way to neutralize something like that, your best chance is to hit the biggest part of his body. the biggest part of his body, which is the center of his body. If you try to go head hunting with him, he's going to constantly move his head off that line. He's going to move around, and he's going to love that. That's what Navarrete was doing, was constantly head hunting with him, and it didn't work out for him. You stick him to that body the same way he was sticking Gustavo Lemos to that body. You work him for like 2 or 3 rounds. You go up ahead on the cards. You get him desperate. You break him. You make him realize, and once you realize that he realizes that he's in trouble, you start to feint to the body coming up top. And I think he's going to clip that dude inside of 5 rounds. I think inside of 5 rounds, he's going to clip Dennis. I don't think it goes 12.
Yeah, he now said that he wants to punish him.
Right.
After that, he wants to make a statement, out of this dude. And
he got the right team that's going to make sure he does it too.
Yeah, and when I look at it, right, Clay, I'm like, man, he's so much bigger than him. Right? I didn't realize how much bigger Keyshawn was to Dennis Berinchek.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize it. You know what I mean?
Until they stood in front of each other, I was like, damn.
Yeah, when they were standing, I'm like, bruh.
That's what Dennis realized. That's the reality he had that ended up happening with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what he realized. When they stood in front of each other in that little media, that's when the fear kicked in. And Keyshawn was looking into his eyes and saying, I know you understand me, man, even if you don't understand me. He said, you little. I'm going to touch that body. Oh, I'm going to touch that body.
Yeah, he kept saying him. He said, oh, you little. I'm going to touch that body.
Ooh, and the way he said it, he was like, oh,
yeah,
touch it, bro.
Like, he's going to use that jab and stuff.
Oh, yeah, bro.
And the thing is, he's so rangy and he's so quick and decisive that when he feints, Gerald Morgan, what's up, Gerald? When he feints to the body and comes up top, bang, wow. Dennis ain't going, and Dennis ain't quicker than he is. So he can't stay away. He was able to stay away from Navarrete, right? Move around. He ain't going to be able to do that with Keyshawn. So,
and Navarrete's real predictable. Big looping shots. You know what I'm saying? You can punch in between those shots and kind of take advantage of Navarrete's desperation to knock you out. Because the more the fight goes on with Navarrete, even if he's winning, he's desperate to knock you out because he doesn't feel he's doing it unless he needs to knock you out. That's Navarrete's thing. Keyshawn don't need to knock you out, but he's just going to end up knocking you out because he's going to start beating you to the shots that you're trying to beat him. He's going to dismantle that dude, bro.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's going
and where I thought Keyshawn wasn't dialed in, and I was fearful for him. If you guys watch my video that I did, I spoke about how important it was going to be for him to be dialed in because I thought he may be looking past Dennis a little bit with the whole entire Keyontae Tank Davis conversation going on in the background and what's his next fight going to be. Everybody kind of assumed that Keyshawn is going to win this fight, right? Like they're just talking about his career afterwards already, and I was worried that he might not be looking at what's in front of him, but Dennis Berinchek brought all that focus right where it needs to be for Keyshawn. Keyshawn is dialed in on Dennis Berinchek and thinking about nothing else but Dennis Berinchek. He did the worst thing he could have done to himself playing with that boy like that.
Sure did. Sure did, bro.
Jones like, Keyontae who? What? Yeah. Nah, bro. I'm fighting Dennis still, right? Yeah, I got something for that boy. I'm thinking about him. I'm dreaming about him. I'm sleeping out. I got all my focus on the young bull from Ukraine.
Yep. My Egypt, peace of blessings, Queen. Dewan T, what's up? Brother said, imagine how much bigger than Tank he is.
Yeah, he's way bigger.
Yeah, he's all, man. I didn't realize, bro. I didn't realize he was that much bigger than Dennis Berinchek, bro.
He could easily go to 140. Easily do 140, bro.
Easy. Hands down.
Yep, no problems.
Very, very easy. Very easy. He'll transition very easy.
100%, bro. He's a big dude, bro.
He'll very easily translate over to 140.
Yeah, and he to the point when I see him and I said to myself, he's gonna be the one that goes, not Shakur. He's gonna let Shakur have the division. He's gonna get his little belt and he's gonna use his little belt for some leverage. You know what I'm saying? Up at 140. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe there's a fight getting set up between him and Teo. Maybe he's going to use his WBO belt to get into a fight with Teo's for Teo's WBO belt at 140. Maybe that's the game plan. Maybe they talked to each other already about it, and Teo's beginning to sell the fight. Maybe that's it. Because he's talking about Alcatraz in what, June?
Yeah. No, July.
In July, right? So, and that's another thing. This Alcatraz situation is interesting because why haven't they announced Hitchens?
Well, it's supposed to be Richardson Hitchens, right? In Alcatraz. To me, it just made sense to do it in New York. They're both from Brooklyn.
Right.
So I would say do it at the Barclays Center, not even Madison Square Garden.
Right.
Because they're both from Brooklyn. So Madison Square Garden, we know, is in the city. Do it in Brooklyn at the Barclays Center. That'll turn
I know.
up.
It don't make no sense, man. And it's so far out, too, by the way. It's very far out.
Right. It's extremely far out.
Like, why is it so far out? Why is it where it's at? If it's Hitchinson, why wouldn't it be in Madison Square Garden or at the Barclays Center? I'll tell you, you never know, bro. You never know, bro. It could be maybe there's, I don't know. I don't know. You know, a lot of this has something to do with what's going to happen March 1st as well, right? So we got to see what Tank does. I told everybody I'm paying my $80 just for the announcement after the fight. I'm not paying my $80 to watch the fight. I'm just waiting for the announcement.
So we pretty much know what the outcome going to be.
Pretty much. I mean, I don't know, man. It'll be a shocker if it goes any other way. And you know, I'm interested in seeing Rayo and Gary Antoine too. So that's a good fight. I'm interested in seeing, but I'm definitely more so interested in the actual announcement at the end of it.
How big Rayo bulked up?
Yup.
But you think it's gonna make him slower though? Carl Burrell, what's up, family?
I think that's gonna be an interesting fight. That's what I think. I think it's gonna be an interesting fight.
He's super bulked up, right?
Yep. He did. He definitely did.
I'm like, bro, it's super bulked. I'm like, bro.
And he with Robert Garcia, bro. He got a whole different mantra right now, man. He not the same fighter he was who fought Edwin De Los Santos, bro. He's not. Or the fighter who fought Chris Colbert the first time. He's not even the same fighter who fought Chris Colbert the second time. He's a different fighter, bro.
Yeah. I'm very interested to see how this unfolds, man. Dewan T, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on into the super chat. He said, "Do you keep the impression to fight Keyshawn next if he beats Dennis Atlantic on Friday? I just can't see it happening because of the business." Oh, I 1000% believe that Tank. There's going to be a lot of pressure. People already see. That's why Steven Espinosa even said what he said, that Tank. This is Tank's last fight like this. What do you mean by like this? Because he knows this level of fight, right? Oh, he only wants the biggest fights, right? Elohim, what's up, family? You know, because now these fighters are catching up to Tank, and Turkey is evening out the money, Clay.
Right.
He's evening out the money. The money is not the same. Before, everybody could talk the money talk. I'm making way more money than you and all that. Don't get me wrong. Tank gonna make more money, but it ain't gonna be leaps and bounds like everybody, like in past. That's not happening no more. Now,
those fighters who are saying they don't need Tank, they mean it.
Right.
They're saying it.
Right. And the buzz that they're getting, Tank got buzz. His buzz ain't gonna grow. It's gonna go down. Their buzz is growing.
Yeah.
And they're in and around the division. Now people are gonna start to be like, hey, bro, so you got Keyshawn and Shakur in your division, and you ain't fight neither one of them?
Tank gonna call one of them out, bro.
He has to.
He's gonna call one of them out March 1st.
Clay, you got Keyshawn in your division champion. You got Shakur in your division as a champion.
Yep.
And you ain't fighting neither one of them. And Lomachenko got back injuries. So, and here's the worst thing. Salute to Keon, everything boxing. Rich Porter, my brother in the super chat, much love, family. He said Ryo versus Russell is a real main event. It is. I like that. I like that it's on there too. But Clay, here's another issue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Check this out. Check this out, Clay. If you top ranking Bob Arum, you go into the zone. You going with Turkey officially now, right?
Oh.
Lomachenko comes back. Should Keyshawn just beat Denis Beranchyk, Ukrainian fighter? He's a world champion. Are you making Lomachenko versus Tank or Lomachenko versus Keyshawn? It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I'm going to do Keyshawn. I mean, I'm going to do what Loma wants probably, but Loma's going to take Keyshawn before he takes Tank, unless that bag is crazy. Unless the bag is crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Nobody got to deal with no outside entities.
Yep. And all the money stays
in
house.
All the money circles right here.
Yeah.
And guess what? If you top rank, I'm passing the torch to Keyshawn, not Tank.
Yeah. I'd rather see him be unified champion. And that just gives him the leverage in all the negotiations, including with Tank, as far as they're concerned. Tank is not, he still is, but he's not at the same time the payday that he was. How about that? He's still a payday, but there's other ways to get the money now. It's not just him. Maybe not as just money, but like, let's put it like this. Maybe with Tank, I get the guaranteed $7 million.
Right.
But I can get me 4 right now with the way the market is, and 4 is okay.
You ain't even getting 7 with Tank no more, Clay.
Right. That's what I'm hearing. I'm trying to be nice, man. I'm trying not to be I'm trying to be nice, bro. Like
members of Lamont Rose team said he ain't getting $1 million.
Yeah.
Now I don't know how true it is. Maybe he get more, I don't know. But that's what I was told.
Yeah, bro.
Lamont Rose ain't even getting the M. And Lamont Rose, remember, he said, "Hey, this ain't life-changing money I'm about to get. It's an opportunity."
Right. He said he could have got this money in other fights. He had other fights and other offers that would have given him the money he's getting.
Right.
That's what he said.
So again, no, Keyontae Davis. We're talking about the guarantee purse, not what he's gonna make on the back end. Now I'm sure he's gonna make more than $1 million on the back end because he'll get portions of the pay-per-view, so on and so forth. But the guaranteed upfront purse is not that.
She said he breaking news. That would be good breaking news. I'm okay with seeing Tank go down to 130 if he wants to cut the weight and go down and compete.
Jermaine Wood said, y'all just said what's going to happen, and then y'all going to blame Tank. You didn't pay attention very well. Put your pom-poms down and listen.
Y'all just said what's going to happen, and then y'all going to blame Tank. Bob has mentioned that.
Right. Put the pom-poms down and pay attention.
What does he mean by that? What is he trying to say?
Because we said that if we top rank, we rather make it in-house than to give it to Tank. What we're saying is Tank has the option to try to force a fight with Keyshawn before. What we're saying is if Lomachenko does come back, if you're top rank and Keyshawn beats Denis Beranchyk, and there's a storyline between Denis Beranchyk being from the UK, a former world champion, and Lomachenko trying to unify the belts in-house, that makes more sense.
Right.
Right? So if you're Tank Davis, you better get the Keyshawn Davis fight before Keyshawn Davis gets the Lomachenko fight. Because if Keyshawn Davis gets the Lomachenko fight and he beats Lomachenko and he's the unified champion, everything has just shifted.
100%.
He is now the wild card. He now holds the cards. Reason being is because what direction, if you're Tank Davis, do you go in? Ryan Garcia went to 147 and he got fights scheduled. He beats Rolly. He got Devin in October. He beats Devin. He got Teo or Jerron Ennis. He's already scheduled. He got a 3-fight deal. He ain't fighting Tank. Same goes for Devin and Teo. They're tied up. They're no longer available, and they're going to 147. You got your options is Shakur Stevenson or Keyontae Davis. Because if Keyontae Davis beats Dennis Baranchik and he gets that belt and unifies and beats Lomachenko, and he sold out. Bloodshot 610, what's up? He sold out in his hometown. He did a big gig. And he's exciting. Now he's the unified champion. And he got Turkey Al-Sheikh behind him. You ain't the big dog on the block no more.
Yeah, I think the name of the game is options. That's all I think that's what it's all about.
That's what
right. It's about options. It's that you're not the only you're not the only option that we don't, and that's why you hear them talking the way they're talking. That's why you seen Vasily Lomachenko walk away from it the way he did. That's why you seen Shakur say, "I want to fight him, but I don't need him." That's why you hear Keyshawn saying that. That's what they're trying to let it be known that we've already dealt with the reality that we might never fight you, bro, that you might not never give us a fight. And we've moved on and found that we have a lot of opportunities out there, especially with Turkey Al-Sheikh. So you're no longer going to see the pressure. Nobody's going to get on microphones and be like, come on, bro, stop playing, make the fight. They're not going to keep doing that. You're going to make the fight happen if you want the fight to happen. You're going to send the offer, or you're not going to send the offer, and you're going to see that your phone is not going to ring like it was ringing before.
And Jermaine Wood, you're missing the point. The point is that Tank can push for a fight against Keyshawn. If Tank comes knocking and says, I want to fight Keyontae Davis, Keyshawn is going to force Bob Arum and Top Rank to make that fight over the Lomachenko fight.
Right.
The difference is Lomachenko makes his own decisions. And Lomachenko is more than likely, what me and Clay are saying, is going to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to fight Keyshawn in-house.
Right. Especially if the money isn't really different.
Right.
Like
the money's
if you
not
offer
that
me
different.
$1 million, $2 million more than fighting Keyshawn, what am I fighting you for?
Right. And then on top of that, right, Clay, in Loma's eyes, it's an easier fight, right? The risk. He's less experienced, right? He don't have the quote unquote power. You know, it's more of I could turn this into a boxing match. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
More so, right? The risk versus the reward. Different.
100%. 100%.
Rich Porter, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco. Super chat. He said Tank wasn't going to take the Loma fight until he seen Devin and Tio beat him. Terran Miller, what's up?
I keep telling you guys, man, I don't even think Tank thinks that far out or thinks like that. I think he lets his handlers deal with it, bro. I'm telling you, I don't think he even contemplates on these things.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah, I think he literally just waits for the phone call for who's on the table. Maybe he might make a choice between one or two. Maybe, you know what I mean? But for the most part, he doesn't bother with this part of the conversation as far as matchmaking is concerned, as far as picking the fighters. I don't think he does it like that.
Yeah.
Tank is really in a privileged position, bro. Like, he really is. He don't have to do nothing, bro, but fight. And that's like a great position for fighters to be in. You know what I mean? But it's not a good position to be in when you're across from a fighter like Tank and you want to fight him. It's hard because, you know, he doesn't have no pressure to fight you, bro. And the pressure that you know, especially with the fan base he has no pressure to do nothing he doesn't feel like doing or do nothing. You know, he has no pressure.
Yeah, you got a rabid fan base.
Yeah. You got a fan base that doesn't care. They don't even ask him to fight nobody.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to Hoodrich about this earlier, saying that he has one of those fan bases that just support. They've learned how to be a fan of Tank. To be a fan of Tank is to not ask Tank to do nothing. It's just to ask him to fight. And any fight he gives you, you celebrate it as a fan. You don't ask for fights no more from him. You don't be like, Tank, why you ain't send that offer? Why you ain't putting this together? Because you know Tank might tell you to stay on the other side. Tank has no problem cutting the fan off for putting too much pressure on him.
Mm-hmm.
He don't care. He can't be bothered. He's not going to be moved. Nobody's going to move him faster than he wants to be moved. It's admirable in some ways. Like, it's kind of like gangster, you know what I'm saying? The way he carries it, because he can.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, you know, me as a boxing fan, and I think Blue the same way, I think that's why the pressure always goes back onto Tank, because we know it ain't happening unless he makes it happen. We know there's no other way.
You see on the mic, my brother Terrence Bailey Sr. What's up, Terrence? You see people like this? Obed Israel, we're a hater crew. You see?
I'm not hating. I'm celebrating. I'm literally telling you that the man is him.
They don't even know the definition of hate. They just
you don't even get what I'm saying, right? Like he doesn't even get the fact that I'm giving him his props and telling you, bro, like he is him, bro. Like he can do what he wants to do, bro. Can't nobody tell him. He's still going to pack out the building. You guys are still going to support him to watch him fight no matter who he fights. You're not going to sit here and be disappointed with Tank. You're not going to push back on nothing he does, says, or fights, or who he fights. He knows that. He knows it. I know it. Blue knows it. Everybody knows it.
Right. The mere fact that you could come in and say, hey, you're a Tank hater, and we said nothing remotely close to hating,
just proves what we're saying.
Right.
That you're a rabid fan base.
Right. You're a rabid fan base.
Yeah, you're a rabid fan base who's triggered just like your Manchurian King. You don't even know why you said what you said, because if you really listen to what we said, you should be sitting here like, you're damn right. You're damn right. Keep talking. That's what it is. But no, what you do is, hold up, wait. Oh, you guys just hate it. I mean, you just sad, bro. But whatever.
It's just nasty work, man.
It's truly sad. You don't even know why you say the things you say.
Yeah, I've seen that, Terrence Bailey. That's unfortunate, brother.
Well, I'm missing this Terrence Bailey, dude. I keep missing him.
Yeah, he
I see it.
It's unfortunate, man. Very unfortunate. Okay. But let's get our last words and get out of here, Clay.
Great Blue. He cut off the federal funds we use every year. Oh, he cut off the. Listen, man, they up in there auditing right now. They're going line by line, and they're not spending no extra money. They're trying to make sure all that money. Y'all could be mad at Trump. I'm not even mad at Trump. You know what I'm saying? I get it with the Black History Month parade and all that stuff, but there's a lot of other programs suffering from that as well. But they're not going to. We're $36+ trillion in debt, bro. The books need to get balanced. We need to stop acting like these things are as important as you guys think they are. Not for nothing. I'm just being honest. We are $36+ trillion in debt. The world is considering getting off the United States dollar. They're considering getting off of it because our money's so inflated and so fiat and has nothing behind it. They're threatening to get away from it. If we don't get in front of this situation, I mean, that's politics. I don't want to get too deep into it, but I'm just letting you know, damn the damn parade, bro. When I promise you, if you knew what really is going on out here, you'd be more concerned about this budget getting put back together and making sense, because interest rates are going to continue to be where they're at. Inflation is making these houses. You can't even buy no damn house right now, bro, without overpaying for it. It is a horrible time. Trust me. They talking about spending billions of dollars on putting these things together that mean nothing. Be honest with yourself at this point and pick your poison.
Salute to Rich Porter, brother, back in the super chat, dropping a Cinco. He said his fans will now hate Keyshawn the way they did Devin and Shakur. Sad part, these are grown men acting like this. Not only that, Rich Porter, I had a great brother in my inbox, and I had to tell him. I said, great brother. He said, man, these dudes, he asked me, he said, Blue, these dudes could ask Tank for a fight without being disrespectful. And I told him, I said, Tank don't walk on water.
Right.
Who is he? Why they got to respect him? Derek Gordon, 16, Deuce, Big G, what's up? NHD Production, what's up? Why do they have to respect him? This is a combat sport and a competition. They're in the same weight class. And so I said this, Mr. Holmes, what's up? So I said this, right, Clay? I said, imagine this. Imagine wanting to fight people that are respectful and are pleasant to you, but don't want to fight the people who are disrespecting you. Make that make sense.
Yeah.
So people are polite and respectful to me. I want to fight them. But the people that are disrespecting me, I don't want to fight them. We got to start making this make sense.
Because they learn to starve them. They look at it like, you know what it is? They take it personal. They don't look at it as boxing, and they say, "Why am I going to get him paid?" And he's disrespecting me, bro. Fight or don't fight. Since when? You know what I mean? Like, it's fight or don't fight, bro. Stop making it more than it needs to be. Why are you making it about the man is trying to fight you, right? All right, then. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want? What else you want? Yeah, he's trying to hurt you. He wants to beat you up.
Right. So, but let's get out of here, Clay, man. Any last words?
Nah, man. I appreciate the little late night session. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody in the building. Boxing first over everything, man. It's difficult and as far as the racial tension and everything's concerned. Just know that you're not dealing with the people with the highest IQs necessarily. Just because they're rich and they got money, don't make them so smart. Just makes them great fighters. We can celebrate them for that. I still want to see Teofimo fight the bigger fights. I want to see him in there with Devin. I want to see him in there against Ryan Garcia. I want to see him in there against Boots. And I want to see those fights happen. I want to see those styles match up. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I'm always going to tell you guys, stop hating on each other, bro. It's not that necessary, bro. We need to find some solidarity. We don't have to sit here and hate on each other the way we do. We should always remember that this is boxing. We're talking about boxing. None of us know each other. I don't know anything that I should be able to say about boxing that should make you look at my character as somebody who you should not like or hate. Those are hardcore words, bro. It's just a difference of opinion. Get over yourself.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Go subscribe to my brother Claymore Rain. Link is pinned up in the chat. You going on tomorrow early?
Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow at 10:45. I think around I'm not going to say it. I got an interview tomorrow that I might have put together, but we'll see what happens. But tomorrow at 10:45 in the morning, I will be up and at it. We're going to be talking about Shushu and Stephen Fulton. We're going to be talking obviously about this situation with Dennis Baranchek and Keyontae Davis. We got the weigh-ins tomorrow. I think about 12 o'clock is when the weigh-ins are. I wanted to talk about Xander Zayas and Spomer as well. Been talking about that. I think that's potentially fight of the night candidates right there. Underrated fight right there. Think Serhii Bohachuk versus Virgil Ortiz with this fight. I think you have those elements there with Slavo Spomer, and obviously Xander Zayas coming and trying to make a statement as he's trying to make a run for some title contention as well. Prospect crossing over into being a contender for a belt. And we'll be talking about a bunch of other stuff as well. 10:45 in the morning. If you haven't subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on so you get the notifications when I come on.
And the link is pinned up in the chat. With that said, also, we'll be back on tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow on time. We calling a fight on Friday, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, yes, definitely. No doubt about it.
We'll be calling fights on Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. I will not be late tomorrow. Got the heat. Man, I'm excited. Going back to the office. I was going to head there now. The wife was like, man, you better stay home because we got another storm right now. So
that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, so that's why I didn't go, and that's why I was late because I started to head out. So we'll be on time tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll be calling the fights on Friday, man. So I can't wait. So the link to my brother Claymore Rain channel is right there, pinned up in the chat. Click the link, subscribe to my brother, and we will see y'all tomorrow. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. We gone. Peace.
Peace.